What's up, everybody? How's it going?
What's the deal, John?
How you doing? I'm
I'm
glad you
good. How
made
are
it,
you?
brother.
Yeah, man. I'm here.
Hope you have your phone.
Stranded in the open, dried out tears of sorrow, lacking all emotion, staring down the barrel, waiting for the final gates to open to a new tomorrow, moving with the motion, following the light that sets me
What up? What up? Give me a second. I ain't fixed nothing up today.
So a lot of shit.
All right, all right. Yeah, I was still working on this program, the class today, so I was probably a little late, but it won't take a.
I can't hear you. You're on mute.
Let's talk that over. Of course you do. That's a nice setup he has.
Hi, Andre. Or not.
Andre. Oh, maybe having problems over there. Andre. Hold on. He's working with that, so he may have his on. Second. You have a second.
He disappeared.
Oh, he's there. He's working with that system. It's really nice, but it still it takes some getting used to. Just when you think you got it, it surprises you. There he is. There he is, Andre. Hey, Andre.
There you go. Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you. Take a look.
All right.
Hello.
What's up? How you doing?
Nice setup you got there.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
All fancy now.
Yeah, he's
If
got it
it'll
all
work.
fancy on us.
If it'll work.
There is that.
I literally spend all day working on this to make sure it never works out the way I want it to.
Well, it's a new program. It's still got to get the bugs out of it.
Not too small, too big.
You're fading out again. You're cutting out.
I know. I'm not that close.
Oh, there you go.
All right. That's how it works. No. I guess that will have to work. I edit this stuff later. All right. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. We're on rule 4. And I am too close. Ah. All right. Okay. We're rolling. We're going to do it.
Do it. Do it.
All right. So let me mute everybody. Y'all talk.
Flies down here.
All right. Everybody's on mute. We're ready to go. All right. So we're on rule 4. The ball in play, dead ball, and out of bounds. Again, if you have any questions, just write down your questions. And then we'll get to them at the end. It shouldn't last an hour. Rule 4 is pretty fast. So I do my best so that we have some time to ask any questions. So we covered rule 1, equipment, players' equipment, coaches' equipment. We covered rule 3, which all timing, periods, inner periods, when can you extend a period, substitution, and things of that nature. So rule 4 is all about putting the ball in play, any dead balls, and then out of bounds. And then some other things like that. So let's get started. All right, to start each half and to resume play after a field goal or after a try, the ball will be put in play by kickoff. So we kind of like read this in rule 3 as well. It kind of like started in section 2. So the rule book is kind of redundant a lot, but it just, because we're talking about putting the ball in play, we're talking about the kickoff. So in rule 2, the definition of a kickoff is a free kick which puts the ball in play at the beginning of each half of the game after a successful field goal and after any try. That means if it's a run, touchdown try or field goal try. Now, real important, a place kick or a drop kick shall be used for the kickoff. All right. Now, right below that's all right. And a kickoff includes kick following a safety. Sorry, a kickoff, including a kick following safety, cannot score a field goal. So you can't score a field goal off a kickoff or safety. All right. A free kick should also be put in play after a safety, when a free kick down is replayed, and when a free kick is chosen following a fair catch or awarded fair catch, a replay of the down, which follows a fair catch and an awarded fair catch. Now, there's something I want to bring out in this section. And honestly, I really didn't catch this until like a couple of years ago. And I've been teaching this course for some time now. Uh-oh. There's always something. Why did I lose? One minute, I gotta find out what happened to. The whole thing went out. Give me a second. My monitor went out. So we're just having the day today. All right, let's continue. All right. Okay, let me get through this. Give me a second, guys. All right. So one of the things I did not catch is this portion here, because it's kind of redundant. Because if you look at it, what a free kick is in Rule 2, a free kick is any kick which puts the ball in play to start a free kick down, and it talks about a kickoff, following all the same things we see at on the top here. The thing is, what we want to catch is the type of kicks you can use for either one of those type of free kicks. For example, on a kickoff, the only kicks you can use is a place kick and a drop kick only. On a safety, you can use a place kick, a drop kick, or a punt. And then for an awarded fair catch or a fair catch, you can put it in by a place kick, drop kick, or you can choose a snap. So although when we go back up and we looked at, well, let's see if I can pull it back up again. All right. When we look at this, we see the two parts here, 4-1-1 and then 4-1-2. The big difference is what kind of kick you can do on either one. Now, for scoring, for a kickoff and safety, you can't score. So on a kickoff, that's used begin the game to start either half of the game, that we use for after a successful field goal or after any try, or a safety. If the ball happened to go through the goalpost, it doesn't count toward a point. It's just be a dead ball and considered a touchback. Now, for a fair catch or an awarded fair catch, If they choose to free kick it, you can score, and the only kicks they can use is a place kick and drop kick. The reason why that's somewhat significant, if you're taking an exam, and then if you saw an exam that says that you can use a kickoff for a safety, then that would be incorrect because you can't use a kickoff. A kickoff is a specific type of free kick and only can be used for a specific time. So you can't do a free kick. You can't do a kick off after safety, but you can do a free kick after a safety. I know it sounds kind of a little difficult there, but if you get it, you get it. Now, Rule 4 says a snap shall, if elected, put the ball in play when a free kick is not specified. So we know on a fair catch, on a awarded fair catch, they can say they want to just go ahead and snap it and not do another free kick for points. Or if there's a touchback, we're going to be a snap, and we're not going to have no type of kicking. On a try, doing a touchdown try, they can either kick or field goal, so they can be put in by a snap. And in an overtime period, there's no type of kicking. It's all done by a snap. Okay, when we're talking about hash marks, a snap or free kick shall be made between any hash mark. All right. So if we see a guy in the middle, and typically that's where you see someone kick a ball from, but it doesn't have to be. If they want to put the ball on the left hash or the right hash, that's totally acceptable. All right. When the ball becomes dead in a side zone or awarded to a team there or left there by penalty, the players resume at the nearest hash mark. So if you see right here, the ball went out of bounds on, I guess, the left hash mark. It should be your left as well. Well, the ball has to come to the hash mark on that side. All right. So you'll see some officials, although the ball went out of bounds on the left hash mark, they're trying to put it in the middle of the field. Well, that's incorrect. If it go out of bounds or they tackle out of bounds, the ball has to go to the next hash mark. There's no choice to put it in the middle of the field or on the other hash. All right. When a runner goes out of bounds, then when we put the ball in on this, I guess you consider it to be the right hash mark. The right out of bounds. The ball will have to go into the right hash mark. Right. So just remember, anytime we're dealing with an out of bounds or anything, the ball always goes to the nearest hash mark. The only time we don't go to the nearest hash mark is when the play ends in between the hash marks. Okay. So if the ball ends between the hash marks, we don't take it to either hash mark. We put it at the nearest inbound spot, but we're going to talk about a little trick that we do. But if it's outside the hash marks, it goes to the nearest hash mark, inside zone or out of bounds. If it's in between, it stays right there where it's at. And what we have done was, or what they decided to do, because we have intentional grounding exceptions now, only for the person who received the ball, the only way they can do an intentional grounding, if the quarterback runs outside the free blocking zone, which is about 4 yards on either side of the snapper. So if we spot the ball in a strategic position, it'll help us know where if the quarterback was outside the free blocking zone when he threw the ball away. And so if you see here, between the post and the goal is 4 yards, and between the upright and the hash is 5. So if the ball is inbound anywhere in here, we want to make sure we either put the ball on the upright, the post, the upright, or the hash. Even though the runner was down, let's say right here, we still want to make sure we put it on one of these marks. The best way we always do it is this. If the press box is, we always count toward the press box side. So either we're going to put the ball in position 1, which is the hash mark closest to the press box. Position 2, the upright closest to the press box. Position 3 would be the goal in the middle. Position 4 would be the furthest upright from the press box. And position 5 would be the furthest hash mark from the press box. So when we spot the ball, we're going to spot the ball in either one of these positions. Position 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. That way, if we got to determine if the quarterback got outside the free blocking zone before he threw the ball away, we can know if he's on position 1 and he rolls to the right, if he's past the upright, then we know he can throw it away. If he's on, let's say, position 3, if he get outside of position 4, outside position 2, we know he can throw it away. And then if he's at position 4, if he gets outside position 5 or outside position 3, we know he can legally throw it away. All right? A little trick, when you're spotting the ball, whoever the umpire, make sure you spot it in one of those positions. Okay, a snap shall, it's not specified. Yeah, I think we went over that. I think so. Somebody didn't delete. All right. Before they're ready for play, A may designate a spot from which the ball could put in play anywhere between a hash mark. So what we're talking about here is what we looked at before. There's A has the offense. A cannot choose where they want the hash mark to go, where they want the ball to go. So if the ball goes out of bounds on the right hash mark, it has to go to the right hash mark. If the ball go out of get tackled, the runner get tackled in the right end zone, it has to go to the right hash mark. However, there are about seven instances where the offense or the kicking team get to choose where they want the ball to be placed. All right, on a try. So on a try, typically we always put the ball in the middle. But if the offense can choose if they want the ball to go on the right hash mark or the left hash mark, or if they want to choose, they want the ball to go anywhere in between those hash marks, they get to choose. That's a right they get to do if on a try. On a kickoff, they can choose where they want to put the ball, right hash mark, left hash mark, center of the field. Again, typically we give the ball to them in the center of the field, but they don't have to snap the ball or kick the ball from the center of the field. On a safety, again, the offense get to choose anywhere they want to put the ball at. The kicking team should say fair catch. So after the fair catch, if they want to do a free kick or if they want to snap the ball, they get to choose where they want the ball to be positioned. On an awarded fair catch, the same thing. On a touch spike, again, we typically put the ball in the middle, but they get to choose where they want the ball to go. On start of each series, an overtime. So in overtime, they get to choose. I want the ball on the right hash or the left hash or the center of the field or somewhere in between. Again, whoever has the ball, either kicking team or A, get to choose on those instances only if they want to put the ball somewhere other than on a hash. All right, so a live ball is a ball in play. That's what we're talking about. We're looking at Rule 4 is about balls put in play. A live ball is a ball in play. A ball becomes live when the ball has been illegally snapped or free kicked and the down is in progress. So in order for the ball to be put in play, it has to be a legal snap or a legal kick. Now, the ball will remain dead and the down is not begun if a snap or a free kick is attempted before they're ready for play. This is very important. Remember what we looked at in Rule 3. On a 40-second play clock, Once the ball is placed and the umpire starts stepping away, the ball is ready for play. Other than that, the ball is not ready for play until the referee blows it in on a 25-second play clock. So, like on the kickoff, that's why it's so important to say, hey, don't kick the ball until the referee blow the whistle. Because if he kicks the ball for the ready for play, then the ball is still dead. It's actually a foul for a delay of game for snapping the ball before the ball is ready for play. But yeah, so we don't let the ball happen. The offense snap the ball, kick the ball. For an illegal snap, and we'll look more at that when we get in Rule 7, what's an illegal snap. For other snap infractions, for a dead ball foul occurs, false start, encroachment, disconcerting act, delay of game. So all of those, we will not allow the ball to be snapped, right? And in the rules, it says what we do. A game official shall indicate the ball remains dead by sounding his whistle immediately when a foul occurs before a snap or a free kick. All right, so if a dead ball foul happens, not going to let the ball become live. We're going to snap, we're going to kill it, blow the whistle, stop the clock, and do the dead ball foul mechanics. All right, dead ball, end of down. So we know when a ball is in play, a live ball. And in 415, it says, after being put in play, the ball remains live until the down ends. So now what we're going to be looking at now is what caused a live ball to become dead, right? So what are the things that will cause this live ball to become dead? All right, the ball becomes dead and the down ends when a runner goes out of bounds. Held so his forward progress is stopped, or allows any part of his person other than the hand or foot to touch the ground. So that means, other than a place kick holder, obviously. So what I want to look at is a lot of officials don't know when should we stop the clock, or when should we let the clock run when a runner go out of bounds with the ball, or even when there's contact. Because I've been hearing a lot of people misunderstand about allowing the clock run when someone is tackled going out of bounds. So there's 3 ways to go out of bounds when you're being tackled. You can go out of bounds forward, sideways, and backwards, okay? So on the stop clock mechanics, then stop, out of bounds, here. Okay, this is the first one. All right. So again, as I said before, they can go out of bounds forwards, sideways, or backwards. And how we determine if the clock starts, going to continue to run or stop, is based on the direction of the runner when he's getting tackled out of bounds. So we see here, 36 is getting hit by 16, and 16 go out of bounds, forward, out of bounds. Because it went forward progress was stopped when the runner steps out of bounds at the 45-yard line, out of bounds. It doesn't make a difference if 16 drug him out of bounds. Because he was going forward, the clock will stop. Okay, so what if he got hit and he went out of bounds lateral or sideways? All right, so forward progress was stopped on the same yard line as contact. Drove the runner lateral parallel out of bounds. Forward progress was stopped inbound, so the clock will run. So we consider being tackled sideways as being stopped inbounds. Even though you get driven out of bounds, the clock will continue to run. So you will wind the clock. Now, getting hit forward and getting pushed out of bounds backwards is the same thing as getting hit out of bounds sideways. So because forward progress stopped at the 50-yard line and we're driven backwards, the clock will continue to run and we will not stop the clock. So the only time that we will stop the clock when a runner goes out of bounds is when he's going forward. No matter if he's wrapped up or grabbed, if he's going forward, we're going to stop the clock as soon as he steps out of bounds. The contact is irrelevant if we're going to decide if the clock runs or not. Right? So we also, the forward progress also stop when a player forward progress is stopped. Now this is very important. The reason why this is important, because we got to understand what forward progress means. So in Rule 2:15.1, forward progress is the end of advancement of the ball toward the opponent's goal line. If a runner possession of the forwardmost point of the ball when it's fumbled out of bounds or determined their ball spot. So basically, when I'm not going forward, if I'm stopped, that's forward progress. That's important for, we'll look at some examples here.
According to the rules, forward progress is the end of an advancement of the ball towards the opponent's goal when the ball is in a runner's possession. When a runner is hit and driven back, such as on this play, the runner is credited with the yardage he gained before he was driven back.
All right, so that's one. Going it again. So that's one of them. Or you got to make sure you have to you get forward progress when a runner goes out of bounds. On this one here, you're going to see that the runner is pushed back, and the covering official could not get the spot. So the official on the other side, as we call this cross spotting, when you can't get to the spot because the person was getting pushed back and you're the covering official, you got to move out the way. The other official on the other side should get the spot for you. So on this one, you'll see what we're looking at here. So we see the quarterback running to the side. He's tackled, pushed back. You see the covering official had to move out the way. So the official on the other side had to get the spot for him. And then one, he's going to walk up and he's going to spot with him, all right? That's basically how that works. The most important thing that we want to be careful about, though, on these forward progress when the player getting pushed back. So, you know, defense got this ripping technique. They're trying to force a fumble so they can recover the ball. The thing is, when forward progress is stopped, so if a runner got grabbed and started getting pushed back, that ball is immediately dead. So you can't have a fumble on a dead ball. And once forward progress is stopped and the runner starts getting pushed back, it's over. The play's dead. Don't allow cheap fumbles when the play is over. Right now. So the only time the play is not dead was an exception of when the holder on a field goal or field goal or whatever is on a knee. He could be on a knee, receive the ball without the play being dead, right? So the ball becomes dead if a place kick holder muffs the snap or fumble, and the runner recovers after his knees have been off the ground, and he then touches the ground with any thing other than his hand or foot while in possession of the ball. So in other words, if he jumps up to get the ball, and he's on his knee and he fumbles the ball, it's not a clean snap. He take his knee off the ground and put it back on the ground. It's a it would be a dead ball. All right. So when a forward pass is incomplete or simultaneously caught by opposing players, the ball is dead. Now, we're going to look this over again, but anytime a play is over, anytime there's a ball is caught by two players, they can't fight for possession. If two players have possession of the ball, it's dead and it belongs to the offense. All right. So if we caught it and we landed, I can't rip the ball from that player because once we both have possession of it, the play is dead, automatically go to the offense. When a legal free kick or scrimmage kick crosses the goal line of the receiving team, is dead. The play is over. When a kick, catch, or recovery, any free kick anywhere, McKay recovers a catch, free kick is dead. They can't advance it. So I know like R may touch it, K may grab it. They can't advance it. Ball is dead. So any loose ball is simultaneously caught or recovered by opposing players. We talked about that in the top portion. Anytime is a fumble on the ground, the joint possession, ball is dead, belongs to either R or the offense. If the ball is on the ground motionless, like I said, a fumble, no one is trying to recover it. No player trying to secure possession of it. The ball is dead. Even on a scrimmage kick, nobody want to touch the ball. R's backing up. K is like looking at it. If that ball become motionless, you can kill it, right? So touches or is touched by anything inbounds other than a player, a game official, a ground or authorized equipment. In this case, the ball is put in play according to with the procedure of an inadvertent whistle. So this is the reason why we don't like towels on the ground. Okay, we see a player throw a towel on the ground or whatever. If the ball is loose and it touches something other than on the ground that shouldn't be on the ground, it's considered a ball is dead and considered an inadvertent whistle. All right. All right. So if a valid or invalid fair catch signal is given once the ball has been put in play, the down will end as soon as R recovers it. All right. If anyone scores, the ball will be dead. The down is over, obviously. We're going to try if B secures possession or as soon as it apparent that a kick has failed, score. So again, on an extra point, B cannot score in high school football rules. All right. So if A is going for a touchdown and they fumble the ball, once B secure possession of the ball, they can't run it back. We blow the whistle and kill it. If they're doing a try and the try is blocked, it's automatically dead. The ball is dead. It's not alive. Okay. All right. When a game official sounds his or her whistle inadvertently, and we'll look at that here in a little bit. When a helmet comes completely off the runner. So if the helmet come off a runner, the play is dead. The helmet can come off anybody other than a runner. It can come off another player. The ball remains live. But if it comes off the runner, the play is dead. All right. And when a prosthetic comes off a runner, so right. So yeah. So of a limb, if somebody wearing a fake limb and it comes off, then the play will be over. Let the down be over, blow the whistle, kill the play. Let's talk about inverted whistles for a little bit. They're going to play.
And this is exactly what Glacier Peak's looking for. So
Ryan White, excuse me, Tim, on the intended receiver there.
They're going to have to punt the ball, and they only chewed up about 1.5 minutes on that drive. So just what the doctor ordered for Glacier Peak.
Good coverage on that by the senior lane pylon.
And then they're going to have to kick it to either Sean Elledge or is that...
Looks like Elledge and Evan Nelson back to receive. Oh, it's over his head. It's into the end zone. Brian Marty, the quarterback and kicker, takes it, and he's able to get it away.
Don't ask me how he got... Oh,
Kestner picks it up.
I think they're calling it a safety.
Are they... The coaches, the Glacier Peak coaches in the booth next to us going nuts. What are they going to call?
One of the guys picked it up and ran it for a touchdown.
That's Kestner.
But I think they're going to might call that a safety because it went into the end zone. But I don't understand why he doesn't get the chance to run it out or kick it.
You can't see on your screen now. Running off is Luke Kestner, the senior, who picked that ball up and ran it into the end zone.
Well, Luke Kestner thinks he got a touchdown out of it.
No score on the scoreboard. Now the officials... Again, talking amongst themselves. Over to
well, they're
Coach
bringing
Rudd.
it back up to the line of scrimmage for some reason. What is that? What in the world?
What is going on? What are they going to call as we see the official?
What possibly could be the call for that?
Is there a penalty?
There was no flag on the play, so I don't get it. That ball should be...
It was high. It was snapped way over the Brian Marty's head into the end zone. He recovered it, tried to punt it. He did punt it. I don't understand.
I have no idea what the call is there, folks. Apologize. I'm clueless on that.
So what we had was an inverted whistle. And so basically, it probably was a referee. He got ahead of himself, got a little excited, and blew the whistle thinking that either he's going to get tackled or put out of bounds. And it was an inverted whistle, which, and we're going to look at what's the procedure for an inverted whistle. They had to re-kick the ball. So the defense got shafted in that because of that inverted whistle. So what is an inverted whistle? So let's look at a couple of things. It's basically an unintentional whistle. In other words, it's not really unintentional because you thought the play was dead, so you blew the whistle when it wasn't. A couple of articles, real quick, says an inverted whistle is the most common and the most visible form of officiating mistake. Another article says a premature whistle is a bane of football officiating. And that word bane is bad. The inverted whistle is every football official's nightmare. It usually isn't inadvertent at all, blown deliberately by an official who sincerely believes the ball is dead. So the thing is, the reason why, again, like I said, when you didn't see the ball, I seen on fumbles where a covering official didn't see the ball. The umpire may have seen it. The other wing official may have seen it. The referee may have seen it. The ball came loose before he hit the ground. But because all you saw was his back, you blew the whistle thinking he was down when the ball was loose. So here goes something out of the Prep Football 2018. Blowing the whistle when you cannot see the ball is a major contributor to an inverted whistle. Blowing the whistle before you're certain the player has to complete or secure possession of the ball. Blowing the whistle before you are certain the runner is down by rule, or not understanding dead ball rule. So these are the major contributors for an inverted whistle. So, in the mechanics manual, it tells us about how to work the whistle. And it says that find the ball before sounding the whistle. Do not blow the whistle if you don't see the ball. It doesn't matter if you don't. If somebody get hit after the ball is down, we still throw a flag. The play is not over by the whistle. The play is over, then the whistle blows. So if you don't see the ball, don't blow the whistle. When the ball becomes dead, sound the whistle quickly and loudly. Move in quickly to stop all action as you blow the whistle. And if you go down to all game officials and you look at C, actually see the ball in possession of the runner who is down or forward progress stop. This prevent early whistles. Okay, so make sure we be disciplined and just be slow so that we won't have an inverted whistle. Now, if we do have an inverted whistle, we look at G. When there is an inverted whistle, it's almost you drop a bean bag. Whoever's covering the official, let's say you didn't blow the whistle, let somebody else did. Wherever the ball is at, you're going to drop your bean bag so that we may give an option on a run player inverted whistle. They can take it at the spot of the bean bag. If there is an inverted whistle, everybody blow the whistle. Let's kill it. Make sure we know where the ball is at, and so on and so forth. Some more about an inverted whistle. One sure way to avoid blowing the whistle at the wrong time is to keep the whistle out of your mouth while the ball is live. All right, stick to this assigned coverage. Stick to your assigned coverage. Do not blow your whistle on a play for which you are not responsible. So if you're not the covering official, you shouldn't be blowing the whistle. Umpires should very rarely blow their whistle on run play. Never on touchdowns, never on run plays. Typically, on a pass play, on a short pass play, you got an incomplete pass that you got responsibility for. We can do that, but other than that, umpires keep the whistle out of your mouth. If the entire crew follows that philosophy, you most likely will have 2 or 3 plays per game on which no one blows a whistle. There's nothing wrong with that. So again, you might not have a whistle because you don't see the ball, but the players are moving back, the play's over. Sometimes you may not have a whistle. That's fine because we're not going to blow that whistle unless we see the ball. So what are the rules if we do have an inverted whistle? So if the ball is loose during a legal kick or a legal forward pass, in other words, the ball has been kicked or the ball is in the air, if there's an inverted whistle, the only choice we have is to replay it down. That's all we can do. They can't take the result of catching the ball after the whistle's been blown because they caught a dead ball. They can't take the result of picking up a kick or recovering a kick because once the ball is blown, the play is over. So if we have a backwards pass or a fumble, let's say the ball's on the ground, or a legal forward pass or an illegal kick, you got 2 options. You can put the ball in play where possession was lost or replay it down. So if I'm running the ball and with a fumble, you can take where the ball became loose or replay it down. Now, in player possession, and we have an inverted whistle, they have 2 options. They can accept the result of the play. So at the spot where the whistle was blown when they had possession, that's what we'll drop a beanbag for. Or they can go back to the spot and replay it down. Now, What if we have an inverted whistle going to play?
Number 18.
Now, you may not see anything. I mean, it was an inverted whistle because the ball was intercepted, and then the referee, the covering game official blew the whistle. Now, we know why he blew the whistle because, I don't know why he blew the whistle. He shouldn't have blown the whistle. But although there was a holding call on their defense, the issue is this, and let me go to the next slide quick. So the penalty shall be so when there's a penalty on an inverted whistle, the penalty take precedence over the inverted whistle. All right. So whatever happened, so let's say there was a holding on the offense, and then the he's running the ball, and then there was a fumble, and we had an inverted whistle. And if B accept the foul, we're going to go back and mark off the penalty because that yardage doesn't matter because of inverted whistle. But the problem here that I have a problem with this one, although the holding was on offense, if B intercepted the ball and he was running the ball, and let's say he got face mask as he was trying to score a touchdown, then we'll have 2 fouls, and then we'll have to offset the fouls and replay the down. But because there was an inverted whistle, we don't know what would happen, and so the only foul that was enforced was the holding on the defense prior to the interception. All right, we're about to end this right now here. Okay. This is the part I wasn't able to finish. All right, talking about a loose ball. So when a ball go out of bounds, not in possession, the foremost point of the ball, we spot the ball on the yard line where the foremost point of the ball would be at. All right. Between the goal lines. So, all right, so if a ball go out of bounds behind the goal line, it's either going to be a safety, a field goal, or a touchback. It's going to be one of those. And any loose ball that touches the pylon, not in possession of a runner, is considered to be out of bounds behind the goal line. Right? So real quick, a recap. The runner goes out of bounds, it goes to the nearest hash mark. The ball goes out of bounds, and this ball becomes dead in the side zone. It goes to the nearest hash mark. The ball between the hash marks is at the dead ball spot, but we're going to put it either at 2, 3, or 4. This does not apply on a legal forward pass, incomplete pass. If it's incomplete pass, it goes right back to the previous spot where the ball was snapped before then. If we replay the down due to an inverted whistle, it goes back to its previous spot. And on a try, we know that we got to replay a try. We know they get to pick any way they want to put the ball on a try. And the same thing on a fair catch or awarded fair catch. They can spot the ball any way they want. And that is it. You're going to mute yourself. Oh, no, you probably can't. Probably got you on solid mute. Give me a second. All right, you're going to mute yourself.
Yeah, Andre. One thing on the that you just discussed there on the when we had the inadvertent whistle and we had the two fouls. We had the foul on the offense on a live ball before the inadvertent whistle, and then we had the face mask after the inadvertent whistle. So that makes it a dead ball foul. You still want to penalize that dead ball foul, don't you? That face mask, even though technically it's not going to be a live ball foul, we still want to. And it's after the inadvertent whistle. If we have a face mask, we still want to get that penalty, don't we?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Say that one more time.
On the situation that you brought up with on the passing when there was the interception or we had the fumble and the defense recovered it. Right. Obviously, the inadvertent whistle, we have a holding before the inadvertent whistle, so we have a live ball foul. The inadvertent whistle ends the play. Then we had a face mask on A after the inadvertent whistle, so that's clearly going to be a dead ball foul. But we still want to enforce both fouls. Obviously, the fouls are not going to offset because one's live ball and one's dead ball. But we still want to offset both. Excuse me, not offset. We still want to enforce both fouls, correct?
Right. So so obviously, a dead ball foul never mix with a live ball foul to include to double foul or multiple foul. So so because of the inadvertent whistle, and remember, any foul takes precedence over inadvertent whistle, so it saved them. So a lot of times you have an inadvertent whistle, if you have a foul, you get saved because the foul takes precedent. So so we're gonna mark the 10 yards off for the defensive holding, and then an additional 15 or half the distance for the face mask or dead ball foul, whatever dead ball foul. Does it be on offense or defense?
Yeah. Okay.
Anyone else? All right. Y'all have a beautiful day. Don't do anything I won't do. Have a nice one.